Sang-soo. But let's take a look at the fan vote. Overwhelming amount of support for Hugo Calderano.
In this main draw, almost underway here. It was a great start from Calderano, playing really aggressively from the get-go.
Yeah, like his partner in crime, really. Bruna Takahashi, high toss server. That flamboyance of the Pan-American region coming through in his game. And you can see as well the power that he possesses on both wings. Sprinkles of creativity in there too. Double-handed backhand deserves a shout out.
Oh, that was a good get from Calderano. Can't quite make it over the net, but that full stretch, and that's a good point from the Korean.
This is the thing, Calderano's very good back there, but doesn't want to make it a recurring habit. Lee Sang-soo isn't one to take his foot off the gas once he gets into that advantageous position at the table.
Oh, great serve. Fraser, you're looking at this open-mouthed.
Incredible coverage from Calderano. It was a nice start to the rally from Lee Sang-soo. What a reactive shot. You can see there Calderano's new coach at the moment. Thiago Monteiro, former international from Brazil. Calderano ending his long-term relationship with Munier. I'm sure Munier still passes on some wisdom to him. A bit of a reset with respect to that for Hugo Calderano.
It's always interesting, Fraser, when a player changes personnel, especially after such a long-standing relationship. They were together for 14 years.
Yeah, it's will have been an emotional farewell between Munier and Calderano, but look, Monteiro, fantastic player, I'm sure. Calderano will be happy with his replacement.
Superb rally.
Not easy to play the parallel like Lee Sang-soo just did with the backhand. Play the seatbelt shot out the middle. How on earth did he get that one back as well? That is incredible.
Lee Sang-soo giving a fantastic account of himself.
Look at that for a receive. Inside the table, able to generate so much power, so much speed with that wristy backhand flick.
It was a tentative rally to get things going. Calderano went for the killer blow to finish things off. Couldn't quite get it executed.
He's been really improving his touch play, particularly with the forehand, Calderano, but it's still an area where I think Lee Sang-soo can get one up over him.
5-7.
You can't afford to push long without serious quality, or Calderano will just see red and so often send the ball to the barriers. Really important for the 5th seed here. See if he can level.
Well, it
was a valiant effort, wasn't it, from Calderano? Stretched too far, and another good point for the Korean. Very much the momentum now with Lee winning 6 of the last 8 points. And it's interesting, Fraser, because he's got a lot less match time under his belt. We last saw him at the Singapore Smash, was knocked out in the first round, but that's the only tournament he's played this year.
Yeah, different kind of approach here for Lee Sang-soo, obviously a new Olympic cycle as well. Didn't feature in Paris. It was Jang Woo-jin and Cho De-seong who both lost fairly prematurely. Calderano beat Jang Woo-jin in men's singles, ended up reaching the semi-finals. But Lee Sang-soo still showing that he's got it here.
Yeah, superb opening game for Lee Sang-soo, winning that one 11 points to 6. A dominant display from the Korean.
But right now, Sang-soo looking like more of the table tennis player, not really interested in winning the point in a fancy way. He just so neat and tidy within the parameters of the table. Calderano is sometimes waiting for something that never comes because Lee Sang-soo has subtle disguise with his touch and push play. If Calderano can get past the serve-receive with enough quality, you would then fancy him to win the vast majority of trades. But Sang-soo at the moment able to win the point quite early.
He's just so good at the minute. He's really got the momentum, the belief, and we know as well, Fraser, he's got the pedigree. He has been inside the top 10. He's got a career best of 6. That was quite some time ago, 5-6 years ago now, but clearly still got it.
He dropped to number 40 in the world, obviously taking a different kind of role in the Korean men's team. A misleading world ranking, I would say. You mentioned that he'd only played one event this season. Obviously very hungry here to make a statement.
4-1.
And he's doing it.
He absolutely is, stretching his lead now to 3. And there's a look at the last 16 points. 13 out of the last 16 have gone the way of Lee Sang-soo.
That's remarkable.
2-4.
It must be so fun to be Calderano with everything that he can do. He has so many strings to his bow. But Lee Sang-soo a bit more match smart at the moment. That's one that he felt like he should have made. Set it up really well with the serve. Wrong-footed Calderano right from the get-go.
And that's the story of the serve as well. He's operating well in all levels of his game at the minute.
Brilliant push right into that temptation zone. It was deep, it was back spinny. Calderano couldn't get round the corner quick enough, plant the feet before making contact with the ball. Really solid receive again from Sang-soo.
Six, 2.
This is really quite astonishing stuff from both players. Calderano just can't seem to get into any kind of a rhythm.
That's the thing, Sang-soo's constantly disturbing the rhythm with his serve-receive game. Constantly disturbing the rhythm, not increasing the pace where Calderano thinks that he might. And you can see there, that reaction of Coach Montero speaks volumes.
Well, I was going to ask you, Fraser, if you anticipated a timeout coming anytime soon for Calderano.
Too late at this point here. I think he was trying to save face early on, believed he could get back into it, but now way too late to call the timeout. Wouldn't really make sense at this point in time now. It'd be Sang-soo more likely to call it if Calderano can try and mount a bit of a comeback here in game 2. It's the Koreans to lose now.
And 3.
Well, with 7 game points, he'd be pretty unlucky to lose it at this stage, but we have seen such things happen before.
11-3.
Not that time, though. Another dominant game from the Korean, wrapping that one up with relative ease. Really Impressive stuff indeed. A lightning quick start from Lee Sang-soo, the world number 40.
Get your pen and pad out here, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a tactical Uda Calderano. It was an amazing comeback by the Japanese player against Benedict Duda on the first day of play. I just couldn't see it happening, but you never know with Calderano. Calderano is a jack of all trades. We see him playing instruments, unbelievable at the Rubik's Cube, amazing at different sports. But, you know, being an intellect, a deep thinker in table tennis isn't always a good thing. Maybe the fact that he's had to wait a few days to play this match hasn't worked out well for him. Maybe getting into that deep thinking mindset, overthinking a little bit perhaps, Calderano. You know what you're getting with Lee Sang-soo. And for me, that's a real definition of a dangerous player. Calderano does have a higher ceiling, yes, but Sang-soo way more consistent at the moment.
3-1.
Although this has been a better start for Calderano, this will certainly give him a bit of a confidence booster. Still a long, long way to go.
He's played off the angles marvellously, making it a guessing game. Whereas he's going to push into wide, push into crossover, touch the ball. Not much indication with Lee Sang-soo's form motion. You can see he really makes his attack count.
And it was such a well-timed attack, wasn't it?
Look how delicate he is, soft hand near the net, perfect touches, and then he can just sniff on the barely attackable, just poaches it, and again, you see that. The lead of Calderano immediately diffused.
Yeah, Lee Sang-soo just so consistent.
3-4.
Spoke too soon.
Tried a bit of a chop block there, Sang-soo. Nice fizzy top spin from Calderano on receive.
5-3.
Last time he featured here in Chongqing, Lee Sang-soo got absolutely dusted by Fan Zhendong. I just remember it now. I think it was something like 22 points in a row. Fan Zhendong won against him. Unbelievable. Classic Calderano. The chop. Look at this coverage here. His athleticism on display, and then against a very, very heavy topspin, able to manifest such a clean backhand hit. It's so true, so sweet.
Oh, well, this is much better from the Brazilian now. Looks to be getting into some kind of a rhythm. 4 points ahead now. Can he maintain the lead?
I think for players like Diaz, players like Calderano, players like Moragard, playing on instinct is way better for them than coming into it too meticulously with too many tactics in mind. Just flow. Go back a little bit further, give yourself time to play, see what happens, try and enjoy it.
9-3.
Well, he's enjoying it now with that nice 6-point cushion. Hugo Calderano closing in on wrapping up his first game of this match. He now firmly has the momentum. 6 of the last 8 points have gone his way. He looks unstoppable now, Fraser. 7 game points. Real turnaround for Calderano.
Yeah, now he's in his flow state. You shall not pass, he says to Lee Sang-soo.
11-3. Game to equal.
11 points to 3. Hugo Calderano does what he needs to do in a must-win game. He gets the job done and gets it done in impressive fashion. Took him a long time to get warmed up, but he is in full flow now.
Insane. What's that, 8 points in a row? Have to go back to the coach. Have to take a bit of a break there because he was on fire. Will Lee Sang-soo benefit more from the break?
1 love.
I just feel like Lee Sang-soo is the more comprehensive textbook table tennis player. A safer style in general than Calderano.
1.
Calderano more dangerous because well, it's harder to prepare for him because of the line blurring play that he brings. But he's got to stay disciplined here, Calderano.
1-2.
Nice counter from Lee Sang-soo, abbreviating his stroke. At the very top level, you barely see any full strokes because of the lack of time. But the Korean used the pace on the ball brilliantly there. Took it out in front, always staying low. Calderano's touches popping up a little bit too much there.
You have to wonder, Fraser, now he's 2 points down, whether that is going to affect him mentally, because you talk about him being a real thinky type.
Yeah. In terms of his nature, yes, he is a deep thinker. He plays his best table tennis when he's just flowing, when he just lets the training do the talking. And he had to be really relaxed here to recover this net cord, adjust himself brilliantly. That was a great bit of improvisation from Calderano.
2-4.
Lee Sang-soo gets his revenge for that one.
Again, that long, fast serve to backhand has to have the surprise factor against Calderano. Decent receive, just rolled it over. But Lee Sang-soo served long with a plan. Got ready to attack. Had the third ball in mind when he brought that serve into play. You can see he really wants to win the rally as soon as he can because he understands the strength of Calderano in the rally.
3-4.
We barely saw any rallies in the first two games. And now we're seeing Calderano receive serve a little bit better than what he was at the start.
It's an interesting rally, Fraser. Tentative to begin with, both players close up at the table.
Yeah, trying to deny each other the opening attack. Sang-soo sent it long into the crossover.
Calderano edges ahead for the first time in this fourth game. Another must-win, of course, for him. Coming here off the back of a first-round loss at the Singapore Smash. Be looking to get a bit more momentum going in this tournament.
Yeah, didn't do well at the last edition or the edition before Singapore Calderano.
6-4.
This is encouraging because here he's beating Sang-soo now in the touch play. Look at that. That first touch was wonderful. He came right around the side of the ball, giving Sang-soo some food for thought. Will Sang-soo try and flick out now instead of entering that phase of engagement?
6-5.
Off the long serve, he'll certainly attack that.
5,
An anguished
7.
look on the face of Sang-Soo, throws his head back in despair.
He tried the flick, but the serve of Calderano made it tricky. Look at that.
That's fascinating to look at because Calderano was on around about 40% in the opening stages of this match, with Sang-Soo in the 70s. Much more evenly matched now.
6, 7.
Loads of topspin on that service, popped up. Went down the middle, Calderano tried it behind the back.
It was ambitious.
Well, that's what he's all about.
7,
Good
4.
serve again. The success rate of this long serve to backhand has been so high. Serious pressure here now on Calderano.
That's a good way to deal with it. He
kept his posture forwards there. That was key, Calderano, despite having to move a bit further away. Still creating a cave with the body on the front balls of his feet.
Net. 8, 7.
The reason why he struggles sometimes in the serve receive, Calderano, is because he is there with the cave. So when it's brought short, naturally his posture isn't how it needs to be able to keep it tight enough. He's got the serve again though.
Oh, what a shot that was.
Calderano trying to fake the top spin, but it's that proactive movement of Lee Sang-Soo.
Neither player has used their timeout yet either, interestingly.
8, 9.
He tested an irregular transition there, Calderano. Great play from the Brazilian. It's the first time we've seen Lee Sang-Soo caught in between two possible options in a while.
Nine,
9 points apiece now in this must-win game for Calderano. These really are nervy moments, big points now. What a way to earn game point. Coach Montero on his feet, but can he convert this one?
Yeah, realised it was going to be bouncy and shallow enough to come through the back of the ball there, Calderano. Nice third ball kill. Will he send this to a decider?
10, 4.
Sang-Soo, the picture of calmness. Saves the game point.
10, 4.
Oh, and now it's Sang-Soo who earns the game point, 11 points to 10. Match point rather. Can he convert this? What has Calderano got in the locker?
It's going to be all about the serve here for Calderano. Of course, serves alternate at juice. Has to serve with a plan, has to try and stay cool. Breathe deeply, not go too wild. So tough to gauge the percentages under this amount of pressure.
7-all.
Fraser, you look absolutely gobsmacked. 11 points apiece now.
His eyes lit up, it was there for the taking. That is an escape and a half for Calderano. He should be thanking his lucky stars. Just about shallow enough to make it a little bit tricky.
Well, match point once again for Sang-soo. Can he convert at the second time of asking? Point saved once again.
All cards on the table from Calderano. We saw him burned to the open space doing that at an earlier point in the match, but that time he put it into the backhand of Lee Sang-soo. That was so clutch. Sang-soo can win this point again. You may see a timeout as he's failed to convert match points at this moment in time.
12-13.
Will it be third time lucky for Lee Sang-soo?
He's called the timeout here as well. He wants to let Calderano just marinate a little bit. But again, Calderano can serve for survival.
Game and match to Lee. 3 games to 1.
Serving for survival, couldn't quite make it count. Calderano, what a fight there, but Lee Sang-soo makes it third time lucky, converting match point at the third time of asking to progress through to the next round. Congratulations indeed to him on his first win over Hugo Calderano in their very first meeting. He has the advantage, breathing a big sigh of relief as he salutes the crowd for their fantastic support. What a match that was, what a finish.
That is a huge win for Lee Sang-soo. There aren't many players that he hasn't beaten before. Talked about the best wins that he's had over even the best Chinese, but beating the third from Brazil is a fantastic achievement for the grizzled veteran of Korea. He's through to the round of 16, where he'll face the winner of either Dmitry Ovcharov or Hiroto Shinozuka. Tactically amazing. A late bloom from Calderano. Those first 2 games really set the tone. It was a good comeback from Calderano to win game 3. But again, it's disappointment for the third from Brazil. The living legend Sang-soo back at it again here.